Welcome back to Track Talk. One more race still to preview for you, and that will be quickly followed by the media specials and values as well, which I know you're all looking forward to. Let's take a look at the card here for the last race. It is the Maple Leaf Stakes, quite appropriately, on Canada night. Country Boss up at the top. Limbs Mighty into Class 4 for the first time. Blinkers go on as well. Very much an interesting runner. Limbs Pride in the same ownership there. Baccarat for Vlad Jurik's got a good gate for Stephen Gray. The likes of Sun Ace in here. Who's Else is Michael Rod. Don De La Vega, I'd love to see him put it all together and get a good crack at things. He's never been the easiest horse to deal with. And over the page we go. And down there you can see Dream Big, probably out of it a little bit. Auspicious Ace, Macafo, a couple of emergencies, Ancient Warrior, My Friends. Both unfixed for riders. Let's take a look at Country Boss, shall we? This race on the turf. Now, all three of his wins have been poly-track. Now, on that basis alone, Luke, I'm not overly keen.
Fair enough, Nick. I haven't got him in the top four either. I must say, he probably should have won here. He was very slow out of the barriers, gave them a big start, and he's only been beaten 2.5 lengths on the line. I don't think this is strong form. Bartimaeus, Dreamweaver, they'd be massive odds in a race like this.
He's finished off well, hasn't he? He really has finished off strong. They're beaten 2.5 in the end. Limbs Pride is a horse that's been in pretty good form recently. Battled it out with Basilisk 2 runs back. This was his second last time behind Super Dynasty.
Yeah, the winner got a soft lead, was never going to lose really. He did his best, Limbs Pride. I thought his effort was good. He's coming off 3 runs in a row where he's had soft gates and been able to lob wherever he wants. From barrier 12, he faces a tougher task, but it's hard to knock his recent runs.
Yeah, Stephen Burridge currently operating at 15.22%, one of the highest striking trainers thus far this year. Here's Sun General running 4th. Mascot Who's Else is back in behind him. He finished off in 22.40. That's low flying.
Was that Sun General, was it, or?
Sun General.
Yeah. I remember looking at that as well, and he lost his spot on the turn. He got shuffled back there, and I thought his work late was quite nice. Definitely got to hope Mascot will improve, second up 1,400 metres with the blinkers on.
Yeah, you can see it's very much a bunch finish there. Hard to pick the bones out of it. Silent Partner was in there, and My Big Boss also involved as well. So he was around some good types. Baccarat is the next horse we're going to take a look at. I'm very sweet on this horse's chance, I must say. Good run last time, had a Gold Star who I raced, and handicappers left him on 60.
Yeah, be hard to beat Baccarat. He's got a good gate. Jurek, that race looks strong. The Gold Star form line, I think he's a progressive type. Here is that race. Nick, another thing with this horse is he's going to be getting fitter all the time.
Sure.
And I think he's ready to peak. Sun General didn't have much luck in this race, and the run was better than it looks, I think.
Yeah, he was 8th behind Gingerella, beaten just over 5 lengths. Obviously, this run last time good. I really do have time for the winner, Gold Star. I think he's a very nice horse, but this horse has got that strong New Zealand form, so obviously it's hard to weigh up, but it's obviously good form nevertheless.
Yeah, I just think he definitely peaks here now, Baccarat, and whether that's enough to win, I think it definitely is. I've got him 3rd pick.
Here's Sun Ace finally in a bit of track work. I thought this was a good bit of track work here. Daniel Moore keeping us on our toes. Got a new hat silk.
He does. He changed it from the blue one. Yeah, look, Bucket's keeping us on our toes somewhat. I thought Sun Ace on his last run around Gold Star and the like, he's certainly competitive here. It's a race, Nick, I thought was quite open. I think you've probably got a firmer grip on it than I.
Well, I'm pretty keen on Baccarat. Just talking about being kept on toes, it was Moore Junior that kept us on our toes Tuesday night. Little Jack was at the football with us.
Yeah, Jack Moore, part of our Tuesday night football with a few of the jockeys and members of the Turf Club. We had a bit of a run there, and he skinned me a few times, so my pride's hurting after that, Jack. You're barred from next week.
He was in good form as Jack. We look forward to seeing him back next week as well.
Sure.
Don De La Vega, I thought, was another horse who could have a bit. I don't want to leave him out because I know he's a good horse, but it's all in his head.
You're right.
I don't think he was wide upright.
No, yeah, I agree. I remember one day in the tunnel he jacked up badly, and he's a horse that's taken a little bit of time to mature, and he's probably still not fully there yet, the Don. So depends what version of him we get, I suppose.
Indeed, and I'm sure Glenn Whitterbury's watching, and Glenn, I hope you don't take offence to those comments, but I'm sure you're fully aware he's certainly not the easiest.
He's just a bit naughty, isn't he? That's all. He's just a bit naughty.
Yeah, he is. He is. We love him, really. Let's take a look at the selections for the final race. I love him that much. I've put him in. Baccarat on top for me of a Sun General who rattled home. Limbs Mighty, can't leave him out. He's got to be seriously considered here. And Don de la Vega, 5-4-2-9.
I'm going to have a throw at the stumps here with number 2, Limbs Mighty, back to Class 4. I know this horse very well from Australia. On his Australian form, he will dead set be in the finish here 100%. It's just a case of if he's acclimatised and the things like that. Obviously, no scenario is a go-to for horses high up in the weights. He's a very good rider. Gate 1, blinkers on. The stars look aligned for him here. 6 Mascot, I think, is an improver. 5 Baccarat, no knock, and 7 Sun Ace.
Yeah, good race that to finish on. Here's a look at the specials and values. I'm going number 5 in race 8, Baccarat for me. Sort of shy away from the relative obvious. And the value, race 4, number 6, Colour Paint. Not sure how much value he'll be, but I think he's a strong chance.
My best, look, nothing adventurous from me this week. Jomo, race 6, number 1. He will be a short price favourite, but I think he gets the job done. And the value, race 7, number 5, Good News. I think he's a big hope of rolling Limbs Lightning there.
For sure. Good News could certainly be that for Luke if the value obliges. The media specials, the new paper, Tan Thian Loon. He took a long look at this card, I'm sure, and he came up race 6 and 1 Jomo. And CrowdGRacing.com, Larry Foley, there by his own admission, he said again, not being overly adventurous, but Jomo, number 1 in race 6.
Yeah, he looks the clear standard on the program for me, Jomo. I thought his first up run was so good, and going to 1200 looks perfect for the big fellow.
Certainly does. You know, I was just thinking as we end the show, I was trying to think of the most Canadian thing I could possibly say to you, but nothing's come to mind.
You've got nothing.
Not really sure.
Never mind.
Canadian? I don't know. But anyway, we're looking forward to Canada night.
Yeah, absolutely.
Should be a good one.
No, I think it's a meeting where if you're playing, you probably need to back a few horses in most races and just cover your tracks, because there's not many races where you can sort of stamp maybe only 1 or 2 hopes. So I think most races there's probably 4 or 5 winning chances. Aside from Jomo, the big fellow will be winning. Yeah, for sure. He'll be short as well, but nevertheless he can hopefully get the job done. Thanks for joining us here on Track Talk. Jim, you can join us trackside as well. From all the team, goodbye.